We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Looking for blockers. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Trying to beat the D deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. To the ground, he's got it again. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is up.
Throws toward the end zone. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall!
Number 3, Halton in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. A fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. Back to the quarterback. He's going for it all. It's complete. A huge pickup. Afterburners coming. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Well, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flip, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now being sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chapman. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Extending the play. Gets rid of it. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Auburn. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's running in the open. The 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Thorne. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
He wants to throw here on second down. This time it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Powers through the defender. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They'll give it to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going for it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd! Kick here in the first half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets away from one, finds room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Heaves it on the run. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Buys a little extra time. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
The end of the first half.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He gets a block. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Marshall! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Back to pass. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He gets it into the end zone, and he runs it in on the fake to take the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Tosses it back. Going to take a shot. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the offense there. They're trying to dial up the flea flicker, but you've got to sell the run more. That time it looked like the running back was just a little bit too quick, pitching it back to the QB. The defense did not bite on the fake, and they were able to come away with the fake.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And in this game, this guy has shown you why he's one of the best in the country. He has so much ability at the running back position. Speed, quickness, the ability to break tackles, unbelievable vision. Already now with 150 yards rushing, the defense has no answer for him. They've got to find a way to slow this guy.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Unleashes one. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around. And then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
Nope.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pirouettes through. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Now he's going to break the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the catch. It's Lambert Smith. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Snap in the shotgun. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a little trickery. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Scanning the field, it's Braxton. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Herd! They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. From the gun, the ground game. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankle.
Problem, the extra point ties the game here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make a play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get the first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Throws to the tight end. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. I think you got to try to win it here. Don't run the risk of going to overtime. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Back to pass, it's Braxton. Makes the pass. Pulls it in. On the move is the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. He'll try the toss to the left. Fights off a defender. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.